Yo, what am? At this motherfucking doctor, man. Get my hand. Check up on my hand.
Hello?
Hey,
Hi, my name is Dr. Matthews. Nice to meet you.
alright, how you doing?
Yes, okay. I just want to make sure which hand was it.
Um,
Both of them?
yeah.
Okay. This one's starting to blister. Okay. The skin's starting to peel off. Is it painful?
Not anymore.
Okay.
Besides when it,
Okay.
sometimes at night, a little bit, but not like when it was the first 2 days, 3 days.
So, can you tell me what exactly happened? Because the ED note said you had a grease fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
I fell asleep. Well, I forgot I cut it on, and I woke up and the whole house almost burnt down. I had to take the pot and ran it outside, and holding a hot pot, and the grease got in my hands also.
Okay. And you went to the emergency room, and what did they do for you?
They cleaned it.
Okay.
They wrapped it for me and everything, and prescribed me some medicine.
Okay, and have you noticed any lack of sensations? Do you feel like your fingers are kind of numb? You can't feel them?
These two.
Okay, these two.
And this one here at the tip.
At the tip? Okay.
Yeah.
And ever since they cleaned it back on the 17th, you've been having some skin peeling and everything, and that's it. But no redness, increasing redness other than normal. Any warmth in the hand, or you feel like you can have an infection coming in?
No, besides itching.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
it's just been itching the past couple of days.
Okay. No fevers or chills, right?
Nope.
So, when we say burns, there are a couple of degrees that we say burns can be. First degree, second degree, third degree, and unstageable. First degree is what we kind of see here, like there. That's first degree. These blisters are second degrees. Can you flip it? See, this all ruptured, right? All these blistered out and ruptured, or just like skin started going down?
Yeah, but this one, it was itching, and I scratched it a little bit too much.
And you have a little bit of satellite lesions there?
Yep.
Okay. So you have a mix of first and second degree minor burns. So a lot of the times what we make sure is these, you see this? You, number one thing would be to not do anything about it right now.
Okay.
I think you don't need any more dressing changes because this has been exposed in the air for how long? The last time you took the dressing off and rewrap it?
I want to say a couple of days now. It's
been a couple of days, so it's been exposed.
Like I'll just wrap it and then sometimes I'll take it
Unwrap
off when
it,
it's-
yeah.
yeah.
So even if you wrap this and me giving you more antibiotics, this won't change. So this skin that you're seeing is dead skin now, and this will go on its own. This little thing is the blister, has some fluid collection in it. It's less than 2 centimeters at a time. We don't pop it, we just let it go. It will take some time to go away. Now the number one thing that you need to make sure is you don't scratch it, open this, and if you see that there's cuts or bruises and it becomes red and you have a fever, it looks infected, that's going to be a concern. Now let me wear some gloves and I'm just going to do a little exam on this. So I don't think you need any of those dressing changes at this point. Now for the pain, I will give you some medication for pain, like you got 1 dose of Toradol in the emergency room that I know. And the oxycodone, I can't prescribe it because it's only been 3 days. So usually a lot of times it's just acute pain, but I'll give you something for pain otherwise. Have you tried, what's it called? Diclofenac?
No.
I'll give you some diclofenac. Use it only for pain. It's not sedating. It will help the pain go away. And that's a really good medication. Now the number one thing, the reason why I don't want to do a lot of that is a lot of the times the skin that's dead is going to go and it will go take its time. But if, let's say, this softer part of the skin burns and starts opening, then there's an ulcer, then we have to kind of manage the wound. You don't have any signs of that. The only thing that you see how it's here.
Yeah, I hit that one.
Yeah, so it like this, if it's big and it's just spread around, that needs to be cleaned and kind of make sure it's healing properly. This is just superficial skin, and unfortunately it will take some time and it'll go on its own. Okay,
so will I get my skin back?
It will grow back. It will grow back because it's not all the way down to the dermis. So you will take some time, but the pain's gone, and the bigger thing we want to do is, can you make a fist and everything? You have no trouble gripping any objects. If you were to hold something, you can hold it without losing it, right?
Yeah.
Good. So that's one more thing that we always want to make sure it's there.
And I do music too, so I produce my own music.
Do you play instruments or just
on the computer?
On the computer? That's fine. Just make sure you clean your computer. Like, I would say the number one thing right now is, because you have some exposed skin and this blister coming in, if it pops, it pop on its own, and there's like a little opening, you want to make sure there's no bacteria or anything getting in it. So let's say if you're using the computer, make sure you clean it each time you use it. Proper hand hygiene. Don't overwash it. If the way it is right now, I wouldn't worry about it. I don't think we need to give anything like this, but in case, I'll give you a couple of these. These are basically like Neosporin first aid ointments. So you can take this with you, and what you can do is, let's say if it gets a lot more worsening itchiness, if it gets red, you feel like that's kind of wet, I would say just take some, put it right there, and just leave it alone. Okay? Now, other than the burning, did you have some smoke in relation to?
Yes, I had a breathing treatment when I got there, and yeah, that was it.
Did that help?
Yeah, it helped a lot.
And you don't have any more wheezing or anything like that, right?
No.
Okay. So if you wrap it a lot of time, the bigger thing that you have to make sure is when you wrap something, just like wearing gloves, humidity sticks, moisture sticks, and when you put your hand under water for a long time, you see how the skin gets really wrinkly and moist?
Yeah.
We don't want that to happen to the skin, and that will worsen the peeling, and that's most likely cause some maceration. So that's where infection comes in. So I'm going to recommend against that. I can give you some, but just use it only if you need it to, not all the time. Right now, it's going to be as it is. It's going to take its time to go away. Okay. Yeah. Just the only thing you have to make sure is you don't scratch it anymore. And this, like, when this happens like that, you see you're cutting deeper into that pink tissue. That's where we worry. This is fine. It doesn't look infected. It doesn't look anything. But when that starts happening to larger areas, here, that's where we need to do wound care and everything. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to have one of my senior attendings also come in and take a look at it, so he can kind of see if there's anything else that he can recommend for me as well. Okay. And this thing, I'm not going to take the skin out here, because if I rip the skin here, that's going to take all of this out, and that can actually be a lot more painful.
Yeah.
But I'll clean it with some saline a little bit, so clean it out for you and put some bacitracin on these ones. I wouldn't worry about these ones. The blister you see, it's already kind of coming down a little. Mostly, I would take care of this, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. If you give me a minute, let me take a listen to your heart and lungs otherwise. So I'm going to take a little picture to put into the chart, so in case, let's say, something goes bad, and I have something to compare it to. That's okay?
Yes.
Alrighty. Bilateral.
That's good to hear. I was getting a little worried. I thought.
Yeah. So always with burns, the number one thing we worry about the depth of it.
Yeah.
So in this case, this is first degrees, 100%. This is just the superficial part. The skin that damaged here is now just completely going away. Second degree is when, and that becomes part of it, is when this pink here, it goes further to the point that you can see alterations there and everything. It feels leathery in nature, like you touch it's like leather and you don't feel it. Third is basically dark, charred, completely gone. That means that tissue has to be completely taken out. That's not going to grow. This is going to grow back. So the number one thing when you have a burn is always clean under normal running water. Okay, so normal saline, distilled water, clean it. Don't put anything, go to the emergency room. A lot of times it assess the burn degree, and depending on that, earlier the treatment, the better it is.
Yeah.
Now, when you don't feel any sensation, you can feel that, right? If you don't feel anything, you don't feel that, it's the bigger question. That's when it's like, okay, that burn is pretty deep.
Okay.
The next time, just, when you're back home, just with the fire and everything, just make sure everything is clean and there's nothing that can trigger your asthma again too, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Or there's like some kind of like pus or leakage coming in, then you clean it.
Okay.
And after washing your hands, then you put that cream a little bit.
Okay.
Alright. Just gonna have a seat right there. Did you happen to get your tetanus shot too? There in the ED? Because a lot of the times with burns, tetanus needs to be up to date. Would you be okay?
I think they gave me a shot.
They gave you a shot?
Yeah.
Did they give you a Toradol shot or a tetanus shot? Because Toradol is for the pain they give you.
No, they gave me a shot right here.
Okay.
I think it was for that. I know they say it got antibiotics or something like that. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.